गॉड ब्लैक हेज। यो बॉयज की हाल चाल, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। फिर से नेटवर्क ठीक ठाक नहीं चल रहा है यार, मेरे को फ़ोन का वो यूज़ करना पड़ेगा। क्या प्रॉब्लम है यार नेटवर्क का भाई, मैं स्ट्रीम करूँ कि ना करूँ भाई, अजीब प्रॉब्लम है। 2.5 लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी फॉर मी ऑफ कोर्स। यप, लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी। क्या हाल चाल, वेलकम वेलकम। कल किया था भाई लाइव, कल अपन ने काफ़ी सारा क्वेस्ट ख़त्म किया। ठीक है ठीक है, अब शायद ठीक जाए, राइट। अरे मैं कहाँ घुस गया गलती से, अपडेट में जाओ, रिकनेक्टेड सक्सेसफुली। जितना हो सके उतना करेंगे स्ट्रीम, क्योंकि प्रॉबेबली घर पे गेस्ट आ रहे हैं। नाउ I'll mostly be active in weekends as of college. Okay, I let's see, देखते हैं यार मैं कितना स्ट्रीम कर पाता हूँ, पहले ये देख लेते हैं भाई, है ना। ब्लैक हेज के अलचाल पहले ही बोला मैंने, शायद तुमने सुना नहीं, बट और कौन है, और कौन देख रहा है? आइजन, यो ब्रो व्हाट्स अप, नाइस, वेलकम। सेकंड पार्ट आज खत्म करते हैं भाई। कल पता नहीं क्यों बार बार एक ही जगह पे आके रुक रहा था, एक ही जगह पे आके रुक रहा था, परेशान होके फिर बंद कर दिया मैंने। शायद 10 बजे स्ट्रीम बंद, 10, हाँ 10 बजे स्ट्रीम बंद किया था, 10-11 बजे, पता नहीं भाई। कल 6 घंटे स्ट्रीम किया है पूरा। ओबितो, लॉन्ग टाइम, नाइस, हेलो देयर ब्रो। ओबितो की हालचाल, कैसे हो? वेलकम वेलकम। फ़ोन से ना स्ट्रीम करने में मेरे को डर यही लगता है कि गलती से बीच में किसी का कॉल आ गया ना, तो फिर वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाएगा पूरा। गेस्ट आ गए, इसको लोड इन होने दो, करते हैं अपन, है ना। इसको लोड इन होने दो। वे भाई बच्चे भी है ढेर सारे, बच्चे ना पागल हो जाते हैं गेम वेम देख के, तो या विल डू, वेट अ मिनट भाई, ये लोड ही ना हो रहा है अभी भी यार, आधा है वो। ना
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Exploration and trials? Adventuring is right up my alley. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Exploration and trials? Adventuring is right up my alley. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Exploration and trials? Adventuring is right up my alley. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Exploration and trials? Adventuring is right up my alley.
ये બધું તો પોટ ન કરી
बेस वांधो नहीं भाई देखो भाई घर पे गेस्ट आ रखे हैं मेरे, ठीक है, तो बैकग्राउंड नॉइज झेल लेना थोड़ा। चालू चालू
हेलो
चालू माइक चालू।
हेलो ये कौन है? किसकी बुक है?
यूजी तदोरी
यूजी भंडार
हाउ
उमा गोटू लूरा
जो आ गोजो છે
ओ गोजो मारो બહુ ફેવરેટ है उनको गोजो ना अंदर
a crew of pirates gamble rolled
गोजो ना स्टूडेंट्स
बद्दा नारुतो गोजो નો સ્ટુડન્ટ છે ભાઈ
સૌથી મોટો સ્ટુડન્ટ
કેટલા વર્ષનો છે તું? हाँ 7 वर्ष भाई, बच्चा 7 साल का है भाई। And they are watching anime. He's saying Naruto is a student of Gojo.
My favorite is Gojo.
है पावस तो ना बेहतर
अबे जनवा
he went to say 2 lakh ना तो बहु मोगू नहीं ना 1 लाख है
उनको दिख नहीं रहा
है करना है। चलो हम दिखाई दे। अरे बाप रे बाप
आमाથી હું એક ચોપડી ઘેર લઈ બબલુ ભૈયા લઈ જાઉં
ना मार वांचवानी નથી
एक तो ले जाऊँ का गोजो
ना
जेवी
ना
घर बैठे बैठे वो अच्छे
ये ऊपर नहीं काटना है।
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
Crew of pirates and riders भाई कौन बैठा है चैट में? 5 लोग देख रहे हैं। Say something.
હું છ કર દઉં છ હે
हैं बोला है तू आ
તમારા ચેનલનું નામ શું?
So, what does the academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they
Hello?
sent. Not all special ambassadors share my
Ojo Cafe.
admiration for the Iab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others grew weak, but you grew strong, beginning in obscurity and moving to prosperity.
Huh. So,
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
you're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to freedom. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great... I checked the map carefully on my...
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders. I hope I am making...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me...
You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together, in celebration of this momentous occasion.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority, and yet...
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. Perhaps there is a traitor in your midst.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't see a single mora of that 50 million.
No.
Greetings audio
Please,
कैसा है?
Ambassador, just give
Dude,
me some
I'll
time.
join या
I
अभी
swear
quest चल रहा है ना, so
we'll
I'll
not get away with this.
ना
That
क्या
well
भाई
is ours.
है ना, अभी quest चल रहा है ना, so
So
I'll
is
just
the Mora.
ऐसे ही छोड़ रहा हूँ मैं इसको.
Glad to hear it.
ये पूरा
I will
कल
wait
रात को
here
किया
for an
था,
update.
फिर से crash out हो गया,
If
अभी
there
फिर से
is
start किया
a
है.
traitor,
है ना?
I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab, yes?
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing thin. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, it'd start a bloody war.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the Eab, which makes you our natural allies. Natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking for excavation rights to that well, and our offer is 50 million mora.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well, and the mora's yours. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything. Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces. Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि स्ट्रीम बंद करूँ क्योंकि ज़्यादातर ध्यान मेरा गेस्ट पे जा रहा है। यहाँ से बंद किया, मेरे को सारा फिर से करना पड़ेगा। ये भी मैं नहीं छोड़ सकता भाई। जिसने लाइक नहीं कर रखा है लाइक मार दो स्ट्रीम को, ठीक है। कितने 8 हो चुके हैं, 10 चाहिए भाई। कल 12 हो चुके थे आराम से। वेलकम बैक। रिव्यूज व्यू कल अच्छे गए थे यार। आई डोंट नो समथिंग लाइक 150 समथिंग हो गए थे।
You may be vile, savage
7 likes, we need 3 more.
But the monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary. Maybe I've even done the Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world. But you couldn't do what had to be done.
Couldn't do what had to be done, so I did it. Okay.
Never. It's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Art with Luca, Rohan.
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of... Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead.
Dynamic art. ठीक है. और subscribe मारो.
Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
मुझे नहीं लग रहा आज ये
Desert
खत्म होगा.
dwellers can never escape their destiny.
Desert dwellers can
so
never escape
everyone
their
says.
destiny. Also, भाई यहाँ पे
never
ना पूरा
wanted to
story change
believe
कर दिया इन
it,
लोगों
but
ने.
looking
मतलब
back
अच्छा
now,
खासा चल रहा था रैरियर
I'm
का.
as desert as they
यहाँ से
come.
नफर का स्टोरी आ गया भाई.
You mentioned
मतलब I don't think so
temple.
they need to include the
What's
whole
waiting for us
character
there?
story into the Archon
My
quest.
biggest...
Ah. Then I'm guessing...
I didn't know you were clued up on any other...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General...
That's
Yeah,
Boss Neff for ya.
probably.
She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity.
What about him?
Well, he's
And-
not a small... Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Save the flattery. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
ना यूजी का तो वो जो स्टूडेंट नारुतो बीजा एनिमे नहीं अंदर से गोजो बीजा एनिमे नहीं अंदर से ना सुकुना तो विलन्स है ना सुकुना डीमंस है ए आने बॉडी जो होती थी ना बॉडी नती सुकुना जोड़े भाई लिटरली बच्चे ये सारे बच्चे समथिंग मान लो 7 साल के इसके अराउंड है 7-12 के बीच भाई साहब अलग ही भाई अलग ही क्रेज है
I'm totally out of my depth
काले में
here.
आखा के
I
मैं
don't have
थोकल्ला कर
anything
दूंगा
to add about any... I want to do the whole
let's
name dropping, this
West
girl
Bola,
knows her
please.
stuff thing too.
A statue
कल 6
with
घंटे
the
6
head
घंटे
of a
6.5 घंटे
bird.
किया स्ट्रीम पूरा क्वेस्ट
That's
चला है अभी फिर से
Thoth,
चलेगा
the
आई डोंट नो
Ibis
कितना
King.
लंबा है पूरा
One of the
मतलब
7
एक्ट 1
pillars
समझ
of
लो
King
मेरे को लगे
Deshret.
शायद
The legends say that
4-4.5
he-
घंटे लगे
Let's take
एक्ट
a look.
कंप्लीट करने में स्टोरी मिस कर रहा है मैं स्टोरी मिस कर रहा है ब्रो अबे नेफर की
It's
कैट
just
है ये
Ashru.
So, all is well?
बच्चे कर लिए भाई मैं भाई गेस्ट आ रखे हैं यार देखो यहाँ पे ना एक ही चीज है बच्चे आते हैं बच्चों को सबसे पहले आना होता है मेरे रूम में भाई
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
चालू है ये
You're sure?
Of course, it's almost over.
wait the cat is infested ये क्या था
Hold on!
Yep, बंदा समझ जाएगा।
Knowing
अबे
too
यार,
much
नेफर यहाँ पे क्या कर
is
रहा है भाई?
always a death
I thought we
sentence.
were in the past.
Speak for yourself.
ये प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में आ गया क्या? ये एलिस का टूर हो जाएगा।
How repulsive.
Easy જોઈએ. Oh, મજા કોનો? One જોઈએ in this episode, the next જોઈએ.
रेरियर के लिए बुरा लगता है। आई मीन उसका बैक स्टोरी काफी सैड है, ठीक है, बट अभी क्या चल रहा है मेरे को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। नहीं स्वयं
One bad games.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
Raja चाहिए बोलो.
It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
भाई क्या ये लोग प्लेबल देने वाले हैं क्या रेरियर को?
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
कौन?
Speaking of your chess
अच्छा
set,
हाँ भाई देखो भाई
it's
यहाँ
quite a
यहाँ यहाँ
remarkable
पे
item.
सुनाम
Would I be
माइक
right in
में
thinking you
बोल
have some connection
हाँ
to King
हितार छे
Deshret?
पछा कौन से
You overestimate me.
इनको मजा आ
I
रहा है भाई
only
इन
have a
सबको
connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora.
ओनली भाई बेइज्जती हो
The
गई
Iab ultimately won that confrontation.
बेइज्जती हो गई
But their
भाई
victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Iab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the relentless hostility of the desert, while my tribal home lay in ruins.
नहीं
As I stood there gazing at the temple,
चलो
I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. he led me to a gate deep inside the temple. And there, he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out, this is an act of...
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've... Thank you all for being... As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian subject.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nod-Krai. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
This is a question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore
मैं क्या
of
लग
the
रहा है ये
Frost
end
Moon
quest का
Scions, the
Avengers
moon is
Assemble I
believed
think
to
it's
hold
end
the term Moongate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess
then back to
yourself,
Miss
do you have
Columbina's
some
moon
idea
goddess
of where the
yourself
moon
do
gate
you
leads
have
to?
some idea of
Not at this stage, sorry.
not this stage sorry
I do hold the power of the Frost
hold
Moon,
the power of Frost
and my
Moon
strength is recovering well.
I mean she's kinda recovered
I can
she has
sense
power
that the gate would open at my...
But there's more to the power of the
there is
Frost
more the
Moon
power
than
of
that?
the Frost Moon than that
Yes.
nice a moon goddess has right
A
to open
moon
the
goddess
gate
has the right to
since
open the moon
is a path
gate,
to the moon
since it is
okay
a path to the moon. But as never
भाई अब moon
mentioned,
gate खोलने वाले
holding
ये
up
लोग क्या
and
कर
right
रहे हैं भाई
now, I need to
Right now I
conserve
need,
my energy to fight the Reicher.
I agree. Better to save your strength.
humor
But if you'll
me
humor me
the
for a moment,
moment
I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the... I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Reir, with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet,
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? And...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost...
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
भाई पूरे क्वेस्ट में आई डोंट थिंक इन लोगों ने एक्सप्लेन किया है कि रैरियर को जो पावर थी वाइल्ड हंट वाली वो कहाँ से मिले. वाज इट द अबिस or something else?
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of abyss creatures. This raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments and see if there is any validity to my suspicions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
Nah, chokri.
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We can never know all the...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer...
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan. Hey, is this a bad time? No need. Anyway, Nefer went back to the cure. Firstly, although she managed to... it's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan.
Honestly, I'm off.
Well, I asked her that same question. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will?
2 days? Holy moly!
That remains to be seen. You have some history with him, right? Do you think... Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Duran, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan.
Rarier है. I
Can't
don't
promise
think so
it's
यार,
gonna work
मतलब
yet, but
I
we
guess
figured we'd
Rarier
bounce the
पतला है
idea
शायद
off you
इसलिए
first.
ज़्यादा लंबा लग रहा
We'll
है
explore it further once
compared to
everyone's...
Warka.
Paimon's dying to hear...
All right, so...
भाई Rarier playable
here's
होने
what
वाला है
we're
नहीं होने
thinking.
वाला ये बताओ. Yep. Yep.
We felt a little uneasy about...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that?
हमने तो जो थे हमने तो पर्पल वालों.
I choose my
भाई
words
लोग
very
को स्टोरी में
intentionally,
इंटरेस्ट
I'll
पड़ा है
have you
भाई.
know. I like to think there's an art to striking a
My
down-to-earth
words
tone
are
even when the
very-
stakes are through the roof.
Sir
Okay.
Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible.
हंटर से पूछो. I mean पता नहीं समझ में नहीं आ रहा है भाई. तुम लोग Rarier को
I see your
playable दे रहे हो.
point,
Doesn't
yeah.
make any sense.
But if that's how we're... To be clear,
भाई
I
Capitano
don't doubt
चाहिए
your
हमको.
abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to...
I want to do everything within my power. The Reir of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce...
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost... As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
Hey, is this a bad time? No. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their power. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know?
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even recruit enough help?
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, you have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes.
I choose my...
Sir Varka,
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated, in my view.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my
Well, that as in, of course...
Thank you.
I should be the...
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never Secondly, thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred,
Hunter से पूछ
both
देखो
for the
guys,
moon
I'll be
and
quitting
for
the
his
stream
enemies.
just in one sec.
Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
I guess 6.2 and 6.3 में आएगी Columbina.
Well, everyone,
बताइए मैं अभी भी save करूँ Primo.
Okay.
You have time.
Frost moons.
And the rest of
Conversation खत्म हो. बाकी भाई मैं stream बंद कर रहा हूँ. Like नहीं किया, like मार दियो फटाक से. ठीक है, कितने like हुए? 9 like हुए, अपने को एक और चाहिए. 10 हो जाएगा.
Settled. Everyone says things they...
This plan can...
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also,
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangamabe. So... in that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know.
the walls are thin here.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have... Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It most certainly does not. We have said Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined it.
Okay.
It's a lucky charm that I finally...
You're right.
You will?
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have...
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic.